Last time I caught you guys was in Berkeley, back in 2008. Oh man, I'm living in Oakland, I gotta go see I Am Ghost. I think, were you guys on Warped Tour back in 2008?
No, 2006 and 2007.
2007, okay,
Yeah.
so you've done two Warped Tour stints. How'd that go for you guys?
The first year we were just starting out. It was our first really big tour, and we were playing the Kevin Says stage.
Yeah.
So we were just playing the small stage of the tour, basically playing whenever they let us play, and we just an epitaph. No one knew who we were, so it was very, what's the word? It was very a eye-opening experience because we didn't really know much about touring yet. We were really awestruck with the bands. We were I'd be in line and I'd see the guy, from No Effects, and then Rancid in front of me eating dinner, and I'd flip out. And then in 2007, we kind of grew. We kind of got more mature. We were on the road for a year straight,
Sure.
and Warped Tour became more. It was still fun, but it became more like we knew what we had to do, rather than oh my god, we're on Warped Tour. Let's have a great time. Let's party every night.
Right.
So that's when touring and being in I Am Ghost became more of a goal of just playing music and actually getting down and serious, rather than being the baby band and just screwing around and having a good time.
Okay.
So that was
So how did you guys start out? I know you guys are from LA. Are you all from LA?
No, I'm from New York.
From New York, okay. So you guys are an LA-based band right now, correct? Though?
Yes.
So how did you guys all start? Because I know that there was a change in your lineup. We'll talk about that in a second. How did you all meet each other and start out?
We started off on MySpace. I left a band called The Silence, and for a few months after, I went back to my job and became a 9 to 5 guy. And then after a few months of missing playing shows and being on the road, I just started a MySpace page. It just had one eerie little piano intro, and I just started adding friends, on my days off and whatnot. And then after, a good 2 or 3 months, I started to get antsy, so I was posting bulletins like I Am Ghost looking for a bass player. And then I'd wait until I found a bass player, then I'd be like I Am Ghost looking for a drummer. It wasn't like all at once. It was very kind of malicious. It was very meticulous, and made it look like we actually were a band. I didn't want to make it look like we were just
Right.
nothing. And that's how I found everybody. Everybody replied off the bulletins and tried out. And later on, tried out from a mutual friend, our old drummer, hit him up when we lost our bass player.
Right.
And flew down from New York.
Right.
Tried out at Warped Tour 2007, and the rest is history. He's been in the band ever since.
It's been a crazy ride.
Yeah, it has been crazy.
This guy was in the band The Silence with
I was
me.
in the old band.
Okay.
The old band. So once
Okay.
we lost our drummer, we contacted him, and then or actually you contacted us.
I heard
Which is
you
really
guys-
strange.
I just got lucky. I was playing all kinds of bands. One guy's like, I hear I Am Ghost needs a drummer. So I call him up, and he's like, that happened today. How'd you find out about that? I'm like, well, I just got...
Yeah, he called me the day we lost our drummer.
Wow.
Just got lucky, I guess.
Wow. It's funny how the universe works out like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
I'm here.
So, I have a question about, regarding how the lineup changed in your band. How did that affect the music, and later, in turn, how has that affected your fan base? What have they thought about
Well,
that?
that's a good question.
It's really hard to replace a member that's already been established.
For sure.
Kids are attached already and have that sense of kinship with them. you
Right.
know? So, but our fans are so amazing that they just embrace me with open arms, and I spent the time to actually get to know them and talk to them. I'm not gonna just sit back here backstage the whole night.
For sure.
Because our fans are everything to us. So I spent a lot of time trying to relate with them and tell them, I'm not such a bad guy.
Right.
I'm the new guy, but it's gonna be cool. And I think kids were really responsive and amazing.
Yeah, from what I've
Made me
gathered.
feel really welcome. And that was
Definitely.
really important because I didn't know what to expect really. Coming into a signed band that was already established. I was really worried about how they were gonna take me, but I was really lucky.
That's tough. It's really tough because that transition can be really rocky, and I think it's worked out well for you guys. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I remember you guys did a video shoot for Pretty People Never Lie, Vampires, and so on. Tell me a little bit about that. I almost went down there. I was this close
Oh.
to going down. I had the most awesome dress.
Oh, the video shoot.
Yeah,
I
the
see.
video shoot.
But the bloody prom night.
Bloody Prom Night.
Yes.
Right. That was a live show, correct?
Yes.
Tell me about that video shoot.
Well, we started off as just it was really quick. We were like, look, we've had a video that's been out for a year and a half, and we had no new videos, so we decided let's do a video off, a song that everybody seems to embrace when we play live, and that's
Right.
Pretty People Never Lie, Vampires Never Really Die. And we thought, what's a cool way for kids to come to the show and not just watch a band staring at them, obviously Chain's always insane, but make it even more cooler. So we decided, let's make it a prom night, not just a prom night, let's make it like a bloody prom night. Let's get down and dirty and throw blood on the kids. And I honestly thought, to be completely honest, I thought maybe 10, 12 kids would show up in full suits and gowns. When I was backstage, I had friends going, Steve, you do not believe this, the whole line, the entire line outside is all dressed up. I could not believe it.
So
They showed me a
sick.
picture and I took a video and I looked at it and I could not believe it. It was almost, I'd say about 70% of the fans dressed up.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was insane. It was
We set it up like a real prom night too. So when the kids were in line, we got to take a prom picture.
Oh my god.
So you get bloody first, and then stand behind the Iron Ghost bloody prom, plaque in the background or whatever. And you take your prom picture, and everybody's really
we
into it.
decorated it with Chain Reaction, put balloons, put prom night all over. Just basically what an old 1950s prom night would be.
Totally.
In a cafeteria, we just tried to make it look cool. And we got in trouble with Chain Reaction after that show. They said there's blood everywhere.
It was like a choir
Too
show.
messy.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was all the stage and all the bathrooms and so the second prom night it was sucked because it was a good turnout, like the same amount of kids, it was insane, sold out, but they didn't allow us to put blood on the kids. So we bought like all this blood and we spent like 30, 40 bucks.
Oh. Oh man.
Sucked.
Save it for later, maybe.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
said
know.
they spent hours like scrubbing the walls and the floors and the goddamn white ghost bar.
Yeah.
Totally worth it though.
We love
Oh, yeah.
Tim and Chain Reaction. That's our hometown, so
Sure.
we're going to respect them. So we did not put blood on the kids.
What's the show like when you go back to your hometown?
It's insane. Like, it's just one of those things where you walk on stage. It's just hundreds of kids knowing every single lyric, knowing every single pronunciation, and it's just like they know what to do. And when the jumping part happens, they jump. Stage diving, moshing, floating.
It's so cool.
And we hope to one day have it like that every show we play, but
It takes time.
we do
But
have
you
those
guys are
markets where we'll play and I almost walk away going, wow, I feel like a hometown show. But you never know. Touring is really tough. You never know what to. You have great shows one day, you have 3 great shows, and you have a miserable show the day after, and then you'll keep doing it.
What other places do you guys get a good response from?
There's one.
New York City is really good for us.
Florida and
Florida.
Chicago.
Florida.
Big
the
cities.
bigger markets. I mean,
Right.
the mid, mid America is a little.
Yeah.
There's a couple of weird spots though, like Wyoming and stuff. Where
Yeah,
it's like-
Casper, Wyoming was off the hook. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Even
Texas
the
gives
weather
us
was bad.
love. We love Texas. They always have good turnouts for that. We played Virginia Beach and 275 kids showed up just for us, and that was good because we'd never played there before. We did years ago, and I didn't think anybody was going to show up, and then I was really surprised. And kids were holding the signs up,
So
It's
cool.
like on a weekday too. It was like during school night. You're just
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
so it was cool.
So,
Well, I wanted to ask you guys about your music specifically. You kind of touched on something interesting earlier when you were saying how your band formed, and I made kind of a connection in my brain. You were saying that it was so meticulous and everything had its place. Everything just kind of fell
Mhm.
together. I kind of feel like that's how your music is too.